right, everybody, welcome to the Mark Twain Center on the campus of the University of Missouri, St. Louis.
We have all the name brands you love, like Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, and the North Face. We carry fitness equipment, camping, bikes, golf, and more. We offer a rewards program, The League, which earns you 5% back. And we'll match prices with our ad price match promise. So why do we do it? Because we love sports just as much as you do. All the best brands, all the best value. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
From Auburn University, number 2, Morgan Jennings.
Live here from the campus of the University of Missouri, St. Louis, we have reached that point. 2 undefeated teams about to go at it here on the Chuck Smith court. I'm Brian Hoffman alongside Will Whitehead here.
How you doing?
City Link TV. And Will, this is a matchup we've been looking forward to all day, hoping that it would happen. Each team winning their early round games respectively. And now here we are. The Auburn Flyers and the St. Louis Surge, 2 undefeated clubs about to play right here on this court. Should be a heck of a game.
I mean, it's championship-esque. I mean, you don't really get any better than this. 2 undefeated teams, number 1 seed, the number 4 seed. Only reason Auburn's number 1 is because they've played more games than the Surge have. A little bit of bad blood in this game with Coach WHITNEY Dow being the ex-coach of the Surge. Also, Kerry Coe, number 22 for the Auburn Flyers, a great basketball player, also used to play for the Surge. So there's a little bit of rivalry here. This is a have-to-win game for either side. There's a lot of bragging rights that go along with this game. This is the most high-intensity game of the day, and I may think of the whole entire tournament.
It is a 1 versus 4 matchup for those who are wanting to hear some more intriguing aspects. This game includes last year's Surge head coach, WHITNEY Dow, who is now the head coach of the Auburn Flyers. There's a matchup of kind of 2 distinct personalities. The Auburn Flyers are a high-scoring basketball club. They were 3rd in the league in average points per game. They're going up against the St. Louis Surge, who led the entire league in points allowed, the most stingy defense in the league, going up against one of the best offenses in the league. Should be fascinating to see which one wins out here.
I mean, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, high-flying game. A lot of emotions are going to be running. I think that there will be a lot of mistakes early in the game by both teams wanting to just score a lot. But I believe mid first quarter, beginning of the second quarter, they'll settle down and we'll start getting some real good basketball here.
For the Surge starters, they are the same as the game that ended about 4 hours ago in their quarterfinal matchup. It is Bianca Beck, Shanika Butler, Jillian Lecce, Jaleesa Butler, and Allie Schwagmeyer. We saw a Surge team, and Will, we mentioned in the last game it was true. It's probably even more true in this game. They got to play a full 40 minutes. They cannot afford to have one of those areas where they just don't play very good basketball.
They got to play a full 40 minutes. They can't get in foul trouble. And they have to minimize the turnovers. Turnovers and foul trouble, I think, will be the big things in this game, of course, as well as free throw. But we're really just waiting to see what will happen. This game is a ticking time bomb, and it's about to explode.
Among the starters for the Auburn Flyers, Morgan Jennings, Whitney Houston, Kia Stovall, and Kerry Coe. Kerry Coe, who set a WBCBL record earlier this season, 10 3-pointers made in a single game. So this is a team that is used to scoring a lot of points.
Yeah, Kerry Coe, I was with her all last year, watched her play, talked to her a lot. Good friends. She's just dangerous on the court. She can put the ball up from anywhere. She's a very intelligent player. Been playing the game for
Jennings quickly up ahead. Moving into the lane, a beautiful shot, no good. Rebound inside Auburn, dishing it back out to Carrie Koch. Koch to the free throw line to Tia Stovall, who missed the jumper, and it's rebounded by Bianca. Back. 3-point jumper, Shanika Butler is no good, and it's going to be rebounded. A fight for the rebound is won by Shanika Butler. She hands it up to Lecce inside the foul. Can't get it to fall, but Lecce will go to the line for 2.
And Butler was huge in the last game. I think she's going to be really, really big in this game. She's already caused the turnover, got her own rebound, causing the fouls. Shanika Butler's going to be a real big part of this whole tournament, seems like. Going for MVP, I think.
So Jillian Lecce will try to give the Surge their first lead of the game. We saw kind of a bizarre game for the Surge. The first one is made. Lecce has contributed all 3 points for the Surge. He did end up winning in their opening game. Kind of a bizarre team in that they didn't really play. They went 7-8 minutes at a time. Well, they just played some bad basketball.
Yeah, they just played bad basketball. I think it was the first game of the day. They were kind of hyped up, and then kind of got caught in. They're playing a different team, a better team than what they used to play. And I think it really prepared them well for this game they're in right now.
Now we got another issue at the scorer's table.
And I think that's an issue that we had. I mean, you talked about last game is how the games have been so long because you get a foul and then there's like a 3 or 4 minute discussion about what the foul was every single time.
We got the coaches involved in that meeting as well. Brittany Dowd has walked away laughing from the scorer's table, so I'm not entirely sure what all this is about.
The 2 winners of this game tonight play tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
We want to mention, it's being mentioned by the public address man right now, that the championship game is tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. It will be here at the Elmsville campus, and it will be broadcast, whether or not the Surge win, here on City Link TV. We should be here for that game to bring you all that coverage. We will be here.
We will definitely be here.
So finally, whatever issue it was has been resolved, and Jillian Lecce will be at the line and shoot the second one. And the Surge lead by 2.
Putting up all 4 points at the beginning. Big G Money Lecce doing work.
Something the Surge are certainly going to want to try to avoid. This has been a common theme is foul trouble. Lecce fouled out of the quarterfinals game, and Jaleesa Butler played the majority of the second half with 4 fouls.
Yeah, like we said at the beginning of the game, foul trouble and turnovers and stupid mistakes will be the killer for either team in this game.
Schwagmeyer off the turnovers, then turn it back over with the travel.
Traveling call, Auburn ball.
So Auburn with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. Koch's inbound goes into a very famous name, not the same person, Whitney Houston. Houston, guarded by Beck, pass inside to a cutting Morgan Jennings, into the lane, a jumper, can't get the friendly roll, and Lecce comes away with the rebound. Here's Bianca Beck bringing it up the floor. Switching between the right and the left. Backs up just a little bit, now goes all the way back towards the center court line, goes to her left, into the lane, passes it back out to Schwagmeyer. Schwagmeyer to her right, picks up her dribble inside to Lecce, wide open left-hand lay and good.
And Lecce has been the answer for this whole first quarter so far for the Surge, scoring all 6 points. The Surge are up 6-2. Looks like the formula is working.
It is. Lecce got in between her defender and the basket and had no one in between. And that gives the Surge a 6-2 lead. With her now is Carrie Koch. She hasn't attempted a shot yet. Dribbling with the left, gets into the lane. A right-hand jumper is no good. She'll go to the line though to shoot 2 after the foul by Schwagmeyer.
You gotta watch out for Carrie Koch getting hot. If I'm Alex Schwagmeyer, I'm trying to stay on her, keep her from shooting, or at least giving her easy shots, because she'll make the hard ones as well.
Koch's first free throw is up and good. As Will mentioned, this is a player who can absolutely strike it hot, really at any point of the game. She hits both free throws. Very dangerous from beyond the arc.
6-4 Surge.
So the Surge, an early 2-point lead. Bianca Beck eludes her defender, now hands it off to Shanika Butler. Butler gets a pick from Jaleesa, goes to her left, nearly loses it, and finally does. That's Morgan Jennings with the steal. Jennings racing Butler up the floor, stops, hands it off to her teammate Stovall, and they're going to get an offensive foul on Tia Stovall.
And great job by Alex Schwagmeyer reading the play and understanding to get her feet down.
Basket was made. That's the difference between Surge ball and an and one. Excellent anticipation. Surge break, kind of a half press. Schwagmeyer now doubled over to Shanika Butler, far side of the court, and she's doubled. Butler looking for Beck. She finds her. Beck being trapped. Gets it over to Jaleesa Butler, who loses it. Really never had control of it. Here's Whitney Houston. Chance to tie. Into the lane. Left hand off the glass. No good. Had to elude Beck, and that threw off the shot. Here comes Bianca Beck up the floor, splitting two defenders. Can't get it to fall. Jaleesa Butler will be called on the foul on the rebound.
Yeah, I think Bianca Beck was fouled when she went up, but they didn't really call that. Great hustle by Bianca Beck after getting the rebound.
Each team with 2 fouls. That's the first on Jaleesa. Whitney Houston brings it up the floor. That is Carrie Cook with it, out back to Houston. Into the lane goes Whitney, and she stops and brings it back out with 10 to shoot. Top of the key is Morgan Jennings. Jennings to her left, gets that pick. Back over to Whitney Houston for the lead. No good. Rebound inside goes to the Flyers. Up top, Jennings to tie. Good.
And just like that, the Flyers are back in this game. Never really counted them out this early in the game. You can't really judge anything of what's going to happen.
That's Schwagmeyer on the far side, inside to Lecce. Double team, she can't get it to fall. That's rebounded by Carrie Koch. Koch quickly up ahead to a cutting Morgan Jennings who gets it to fall. And the Auburn Flyers take an 8-6 lead.
Well, this Auburn Flyers team does fly high. They're going to put up a lot of points, so the Surge either has to play that really, really hard, stern defense that we like to see them play, or they're going to have to go shot for shot the entire game, and whatever team makes them that one mistake is going to lose.
You just witnessed kind of the offensive power of the Auburn Flyers. They struggled for the first part of the first quarter. Now the last few possessions, they've been quickly moving that ball down the floor and catching the Surge off guard. They're going to have to find a way to tighten up that defense, especially on the fast break.
A very quick, a very powerful, a very fast-paced team, this Auburn Flyers, and St. Louis is going to have to find a way to slow them down or at least contain them.
5:37 left in the opening quarter. The winner of this game advances to the championship game tomorrow afternoon, a 2 p.m. start. There is still another game after that. 6 games being played here at UMSL. That's not counting the owners and coaches scrimmage that took place in between the last quarterfinal game and this semifinal game.
A lot of the coaches looked out of shape down there. The man going to work out with some of the players in the offseason.
Here's Bianca Beck driving into the lane, gets a pick from Lecce, picks up her dribble, over to Jaleesa Butler. Butler to Shanika Butler, tipped away by Carrie Koch. That goes out of bounds. Surge will have an inbounds with 7 to go on the shot clock.
Surge needs to make better passes. That was the issue in the last game that cost them a whole lot of points. Caused them to get down. They need to look.
The inbounds pass goes into Bianca Beck. 4 to shoot. Beck into the lane to Jaleesa. A long 2-point jumper is no good. The rebound will go to the Flyers. Quickly up ahead with it is Whitney Houston. Houston holds it tight, now gives it over to Koch. Koch inside to Stovall. Into the lane. Lecce takes a tumble. No foul is called. Couple shots are missed. Another putback missed by the Flyers, and this time Schwagmeyer comes away with the board. Jaleesa Butler inside to Lecce, off her hands, out of bounds, and it will go back to Auburn.
Trying to get it down low. Kind of hurt him a bit, throwing a little bit too over far. It's okay.
Allie Schwagmeyer and Jillian Lecce will take a seat. Gabriella Green and Cassidy Schumann into the game for St. Louis.
Cassidy Schumann, of course, we love to see her play. She's very versatile, very hard-working, scrappy player. Looking for her to put up some buckets and turn this game around for the Surge.
That's Morgan Jennings. Jumper, no good. Rebound inside for the Flyers. Whitney Houston driving into the lane. A beautiful move by Whitney. Gets the fall, and the Flyers double their lead.
Whitney Houston, a very, very quick player, moving left, right, and to the basket before you can even blink.
Schumann, beautiful pass inside. Jaleesa Butler all alone.
And it feels like they've been playing forever already, but it's only 8-10.
It is a quick game thus far. Each team playing very clean. That is Koch with it inside to Stovall. Stovall near the elbow, hands it back off the Koch, but it's tipped away. Taken away by Shanika Butler. She gets the pass now from Bianca Beck. Butler into the lane, stops, puts it up high off the glass, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Koch. Koch up ahead now to Jennings. One-on-one against Beck. Jennings off the glass, gets it to fall. And that is 6 points from Morgan Jennings here in the first quarter. Shanika Butler far side with it. Picks up her dribble up top now. Not near wing to Beck. Schumann, three-point jumper, no good.
Cassidy Schumann needs to make that shot to get this Surge team going. They need a little bit of life in them.
Simmons with the rebound, and now a three-point jumper goes to Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston seems to be a force to be reckoned with early in this game. She can go down low or she can shoot it.
So the Surge trying to answer down by 7, instead they turn it over. As Cassidy Schumann unable to control the pass, she turns it over, and the Auburn Flyers will get a few substitutions coming in now. That includes Santana Say coming in for Parisha Simmons.
Auburn Flyers extending this lead very quickly at an exponential rate, and the Surge need to try to hold on right now.
Lecce now at the scorer's table. Another three-point jumper for Auburn. No good. The offensive board, though, goes to Stovall. She can't get it to fall. Out of bounds. Last touch by Auburn. The Surge get it back. And this will bring Jillian Lecce, who has scored 6 of the 8 points for the Surge in this game. And taking the seat is Cassidy Schumann. Actually, no, my mistake. That is Gabriella Green taking the seat. Shanika Butler looking for Lecce. She goes baseline instead, underneath the hoop and gets it to fall.
And Shanika Butler trying to show some life for the Surge right now, making it 10-15. Told you she was going to be an important part of this game.
That is Carrie Koch with the far side. 2-point jumper for Say, no good. Rebound goes to Bianca Beck. Out hustled a few Auburn Flyers there. Cassidy Schumann brings it up the floor. Bounce pass far side to Jaleesa Butler. There's Shanika. Near side is Bianca Beck. Pump fakes to her right. Spinning into the lane. Left hand, no good off the glass. Rebound goes to Santana Say. Quickly up ahead to Whitney Houston. Into the lane. Outmaneuvering Schumann and getting it to fall. Back to a 7-point lead now for the Flyers.
And Whitney Houston is just doing work right now for the Auburn Flyers, and she seems to be kind of unstoppable when she gets the ball in her hand.
And they're going to get a traveling violation on Jillian Lecce. 1:32 to go in the first. The Flyers, in what I would assume is the biggest deficit faced by the Surge at home this year, lead 17-10.
The Flyers are just coming out like they're just having fun and doing what they do best. And they're just going at the hoop. I mean, you really can't pick out one person who's doing a really good thing. They're all playing really hard. And the thing is, kind of the scary thing is Carrie Koch hasn't really even shot yet.
That is true. Carrie Koch has been conspicuously quiet here in the first quarter, only having to take 2 free throws. She made them both. What you're seeing right now with the Auburn Flyers, they're about as quick as a team the Surge have faced this year, and they're having trouble adapting to that kind of speed.
And the Surge have to play their game. They have to get open looks, and when they get their open looks, they have to make them. The mistakes that they're making right now are costing them 7 points right now.
We'll see what adjustments Melissa Young has made. Out of this timeout, 92 seconds to go in the opening quarter. The Flyers, their biggest lead of the game, they're going to try to extend it. Whitney Houston up the floor. Near side with it to Santana Say. Left-handed dribble up top now. Back to Say near wing. Pump fakes to her right. Puts up a tempered jumper. A late foul is called. And Say will go to the line for 2. That would be number 2 on Jaleesa Butler.
Is that the same referee?
I believe so.
Because he caught a couple late fouls in the earlier game on the Surge, against the Surge.
13 fouls.
So at the line to shoot a pair is Santana Say.
But I will give the Surge credit. It is only their 3rd foul in the first quarter.
First one is made by Santana, her first point of the game. Jasmine Bailey in now for Jaleesa Butler, and this is the first time in a while that we've seen Jasmine Bailey. I don't think she played at all in the second half of the Surge's first game against Miami. Jasmine had a bit of a turnover issue in that first half, and she did not really play a whole lot after that, if at all.
And she had a very rough first game, rough first half of that game, and was sat down. It was kind of necessary. I think her head just kind of got lost after she made a couple turnovers. Let's see how she plays in this game.
Back, pass intercepted, intended for Lecce. Here come the Flyers. Houston up ahead, pushing it over to Simmons. Simmons, beautiful pass inside with a missed shot by Santana Say. Here's Cassidy shooing off the rebound. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Lecce knocked down. Jennings takes it away. Lecce a little slow to get up. Jennings into the lane, passing it outside. 3-point jumper, air ball by Whitney Houston. Surge quickly, Shanika Butler spinning, looking for Lecce, loses it. They're going to say a last touch to Flyers. It'll be the Surge ball. 37.2 to go in the first, a 9-point lead for Auburn.
And this Flyers team is tough. I mean, they're rough and tough. They're playing hard without getting a whole lot of fouls. And the Surge kind of seem to be getting smacked around a little bit physically.
It'll be a baseline inbound with 17 seconds to go on the shot clock. Quickly inside, driving into the lane, a little fadeaway jumper is missed by Jasmine Bailey, fighting for the offensive board, can't get it. Out of bounds. Who was the last touch by? Still waiting for a signal. And it's going to be Surge ball. The Surge will have an inbound right in front of the Flyers bench.
Good call by the refs. I thought it was Surge ball, but I wasn't going to say it out loud because I didn't want to jinx it.
Butler with the inbound over to Bailey. Pump fakes to her left, stops, spins, using the pivot, and she walks.
And Jasmine Bailey with the travel.
25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Auburn, biggest lead of the game, 9, trying to make it 11. Making play for the last shot of the quarter. Whitney Houston up the floor, now over to Carrie Koch with 10 to go in the first. Koch, right-handed dribble guarded by Schwagmar. To her right, gets a pick from the free throw line. Pass outside to Say for 3, air ball. That's how the opening quarter will end here in the semifinal matchup between the Surge and the Flyers. The Flyers lead the Surge by the score 19-10. Second quarter action here on the other side of the break on the CityLink Surge Broadcasting Network.
At Sports Authority, we have all the name brands you love, like Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, and the North Face. We carry fitness equipment, camping, bikes, golf, and more. We offer a rewards program, The League, which earns you 5% back. And we'll match prices with our ad price match promise. So why do we do it? Because we love sports just as much as you do. All the best brands, all the best value. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
Back here, second quarter action about to begin between the Surge and the Flyers. And Will, we've been doing all the home games since about June, and I think we can honestly say this is the biggest deficit we've seen the Surge face all season long.
Yeah,
being the home games down by 9.
Being down by 9 points, I mean, and this caliber of team, I don't think the Surge is even seeing it. They played the Miami Rain, and there was a, that was a level that the Surge hadn't seen. I think this is the next step, and the Surge really need to get it together if they want to win this game.
Surge will start the second quarter with the ball. Shanika Butler. Now over to Jasmine Bailey. Bailey to her left, into the lane. Nice move by Jasmine. She draws the foul.
Great job by Jasmine Bailey, trying to fight her funk and get through it. Going up for the layup and drawing the foul. Now she needs to make her free throws. These are 2 important free throws.
Bailey goes to the line. That is the second foul on Parisha Simmons.
Foul on Simmons, that's her second. Bailey to the line.
Bailey hits the first. Second and 2 upcoming, and Bailey hits them both. It's down to a 7-point deficit now for St. Louis.
Good job by Jasmine Bailey making her free throw.
Jennings pivots. Up top with it now is Whitney Houston. Houston, bounce pass inside, now back to Jennings on the outside. To her left, pass tipped, taken away. We're going to get a foul, loose ball foul call, presumably on Auburn. Good hustle by Shanika Butler.
Great job by Shanika Butler reacting to the ball, trying to get the ball back for the third. Yeah, drawing the foul.
Their first foul, Auburn's 14th foul. Surge ball.
Jasmine Bailey's inbounds, goes in Shanika Butler.
Ready to go on the first down.
Play 30 seconds of the second quarter. Jasmine Bailey bounce pass outside to Schwagmar, goes baseline, puts up her shot and hits it.
Great job by Alex Schwagmar. Her shooting is definitely going to be needed in this game. But just like that, it's 14-19, and the Surge are on their way back.
That is the first field goal of the game for Schwagmar. Trying to answer and answering is Whitney Houston of the Flyers. She has 6. It's back to a 7-point game in favor of Auburn. Shanika Butler gets a pick from Jasmine, picks up her dribble, finds Jasmine Bailey for a little bit of help. Bailey into the lane, Stiles puts up near the elbow and hits.
And there goes the Jasmine Bailey we know and love, making a good little short two-pointer. Started making some free throws, and now she's getting comfortable.
Bailey has 4. The Surge trail by 5. Baseline jumper, Morgan Jennings, air ball. Schwagmar the rebound, quickly up ahead, tipped away. Great anticipation play there by Carrie Cook. Had Shanika Butler made a play on that, she would have had an open lay-in. Instead, the Surge of an inbound in front of the scorer's table. Shanika Butler brings it up the floor. She'll control the offense. Pass inside to Lecce. Spins, shoots, hits.
Great job by G-Money Lecce turning around and putting it in the basket. The score is now 18-21, unless the Surge have found some life.
That is now 8 points for Lecce, and we're going to get a foul inside. They tried to double up on Tia Stovall. Should be an inbounds play for the Flyers. Substitution coming in now. As Parisha Simmons takes his seat, Santana Say comes in. The Flyers only have 3 players coming off the bench in this game. Houston now passes it back to Jennings, now back to Houston. 3-point jumper for Whitney, good.
And Whitney Houston is just lighting it up in this first half.
9 points for Whitney Houston in the first half, and the Flyers now are back up by 6. See how the Surge answer. Schwagmar, far side with it to her left, gets into the lane, spins, right hand lane off the glass is good.
A great job by Alex Schwagmar, and I don't think the Surge should be worried about the deficit that they have right now. Even though it's about 6 points, they're consistently making baskets. Just gotta wait for the Auburn Flyers to make a mistake, and hopefully they do. They haven't really made many yet.
I was saying, answering immediately, losing it, trying to drive into the lane, out of bounds off the Auburn Flyers. That was Jasmine Bailey being the aggressor in the Surge. They make a mass substitution here. Gabriella Green, Bianca back, and Jaleesa Butler coming in for Lecce, Schumann, and Schwagmar. Inbounds plays knocked back out of bounds. The Surge will have another one at the baseline. Baseline inbounds goes into Shanika Butler. Surge have 10 to shoot on the shot clock. Butler to her left, goes baseline, passes it now over to Jaleesa. Jaleesa into the lane, got hit, no call, but she makes the bucket.
Great job by Jaleesa Butler fighting through the pain and putting the bucket and making 22-26.
Houston again for 3, no good. Jaleesa the rebound. Surge can make it a 1-possession game. Instead, we're going to get a timeout from Melissa Young, who looks very unhappy. And you know what the Surge are doing defensively, allowing a few open shots.
Having Whitney Houston open, that open, every time she goes down to shoot, would be an issue for me if I was a coach as well.
Well, for the Surge, if anything, the shot was missed. They played a very good second quarter, which definitely was an issue in that first game. Cut down that deficit, still trailed by 4, 26-22. We're going to see throughout the course of this game, we've mentioned already, Will, the Auburn Flyers are very well conditioned, but only 3 players to sub in this game. Could that be an issue once this game gets into crunch time, especially the second game of the day for them?
If there was any other team, I would agree with you and say that, that those 3 players, they'll get tired, somebody will get hurt, and it'll just be Surge ball all day. But the thing is, 2 of the players from the bench haven't even played yet. The looking at the bench, they haven't even got off of it yet, so they're real resting. They're almost through the first half.
Bianca Beck into the lane, spinning, left hand, good. It's a one-possession game.
And Bianca Beck, not known for making a whole bunch of points, has been doing very well this tournament with her scoring.
We'll see how the Flyers respond. They've seen their lead whittled down to 2. Here's Koch, a 2-point jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound, going to be won by the Surge. Beck with the board. She brings up the floor. They can tie with the 2, take the lead with the 3. Beck can't find an open teammate. She picked up her dribble. Here's Butler now inside. Back out to Beck. Pump fakes, goes baseline back to Jaleesa. 9 to shoot. Butler between the leg dribble, almost lost it. Passed it, beautiful cutting pass. Shanika Butler can't get the fall.
And she missed the open layup that would tie the game.
On the other end, shot missed by Tia Stovall, a foul on the rebound. What a beautiful look by Jaleesa Butler to a cutting Shanika. She just couldn't connect on the other end.
And that was an important basket. That was a very important basket.
That would have tied the game. The foul itself goes on Bianca Beck. It will be a baseline inbounds for Auburn.
I was kind of amazed that it didn't go in myself. I think the air conditioning blew it off the rim.
There's Whitney Houston with it at the top, to her left. Now over to Koch. Here's her first 3 of the game. It's good.
That is a play that was designed by our coach Dow last year for the Surge. When Carrie Koch comes off that, comes off the baseline like that, she's gonna shoot that shot every time.
Jasmine Bailey can't get it to fall. Consecutive shots, just not getting the friendly roll for the Surge. Here come the Flyers. We're gonna try to take advantage. Koch again, no good. Rebound goes inside. I believe that was
Gabrielle Green.
Gabrielle Green on the foul. Santana Say was the one who was hit.
Surge doing well in fouls, only 6 fouls, and it's 5 minutes left in the second period. Second quarter, I'm sorry.
Morgan Jennings. Inbounds intercepted. That's Shanika Butler, one-on-one, by herself, lay in, no good. Rebound goes to Bailey, she gets it.
There's that Jasmine Bailey that we know and that we love. Playing hard.
That is 6 for Bailey. She had 3 in their last game. Blocked. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Butler. She can't believe it.
I can't believe it. Well, you got to have your arm completely straight up. Can't even have your hand bent. They call that a foul every time, especially in a game like this.
That's already 3 fouls on Jaleesa Butler. She had foul troubles in the first game as well. Jillian Lecce at the scorer's table getting ready to return. Stovall at the line. Missed the first one. 3-point game, 29-26. The Flyers on top.
Simmons checking in for Auburn.
Second and 2 upcoming. Missed them both.
Some lucky bounces for the Surge.
Surge can tie with the 3. Shanika Butler to her left gets a pick from Green. Now gets another one to her right. At the top of the key, she finds Jasmine Bailey into the lane. Jasmine can't get the fall. Rebound goes to Green. She can't get a good look. Green gets her own offensive board. Brings it out, trying to find Lecce. She turns it over. Morgan Jennings with it. Quickly up the floor. She finds Carrie Koch. Into the lane goes Carrie. She's fouled going up. She'll go to the line for 2.
A lot of sloppy play by both teams on that possession. Surge just aren't getting a lot of lucky bounces when it's going up for the rim. I mean, they're getting the opportunities. They're just not being able to put the ball in. For some of the ones that they missed, they could be in the lead by 2 or 4 points right now.
At the line is Carrie Koch. 2 of 2 already. Now she's 3 of 3.
Schweigmeyer checking in for the Surge. Gabrielle Green.
Missed the second one.
Rebound Bailey.
Surge trailed by 4.
Still Surge.
Jasmine Bailey is fouled as she tried to get into the lane. She was temporarily doubled by Parisha Simmons and Whitney Houston. We'll see who the foul goes on. And Looks to be on Parisha. That's her third. Simmons takes his seat, and coming in is Santana Say yet again, who has had very brief rest throughout this first half. Schwagmeyer, near side, long court pass over to Shanika Butler. Butler far wing looking for Lecce. The ball is tipped by Carrie Koch. They're going to say she kicked it.
She either kicked it or she either ended up out of bounds, one of the two. So either or, it's still Surge ball.
To the dismay of Brittany Dowell, who takes a little walk to the far side of the bench. And they're going to give...
How was it?
I guess they're going to reverse the decision or say the Surge knocked it out. It's going to be, or maybe she called timeout. Either way, gives Auburn possession.
How is that Auburn? I don't understand how that's, from this commentator perspective, I don't see how that's Auburn's ball. Even if she did kick it, she touched it right before it went out of bounds.
So Whitney Houston up the floor. Driving into the lane and getting the lay-in is Morgan Jennings, who has 8. .4:10 to go in the half. Driving into the lane, and another aggressive move by Bailey. Can't get it to fall. Lecce the rebound. She's fouled going up. She'll go to the line for 2. Down by 6.
Great job by Lecce drawing the foul. It's been really hard for Jasmine Bailey, who's finally turned herself on, but she's going up to try to get a foul, and she's not getting anything when she drives in.
Lecce on the line, Surge.
That foul goes on Santana Say, her first foul of the game, the 16th foul on the Auburn Flyers. Lecce at the line. It's the first. Lecce has been a major offensive catalyst in this game. That is her 9th point. She is seeking her 10th if she gets it.
Put the Surge down by 4.
Whitney Houston up the floor. 4 minutes to go in the half. It's a 4-point game. That is Tia Stovall with it at the elbow. Held on to it for a while. Finds a cutting Whitney Houston. She can't get it to fall. Lecce with the rebound. Trying not to travel. Picks up her dribble but finds Schwagmeyer down the court. Schwagmeyer back to Lecce and now back to Schwagmeyer. Here's Jasmine Bailey driving into the lane. Bounce past to Lecce. Just gets control of it. Gets it. Can't get it to fall, but it's
get
fouled.
the bounce.
Aye. It's happened a few times already.
Story of the night for the St. Louis Surge and trying to get a layup to go in. It just keeps rolling right off. I want to check the tilt of that rim.
Lecce at the line for Surge.
So here is Lecce returning to the line. She already has 10. She'll be seeking 11 and possibly 12. Surge trying to cut it to a 1-possession game. First one is up and off the back of the iron. No good. Lecce missed them both. Rebounded by Morgan Jennings. Quickly up ahead, a beautiful tipped away pass by Shanika Butler. The ball goes back to the Flyers, but Butler at least interrupted the fast break.
Good awareness by Shanika Butler, slowing the game down for the Surge, letting them get back. Put some defense on the Flyers.
3:29 left in the half. Inside, a beautiful move and missing the shot as Tia Stovall. Lecce got the board. Back, up ahead, far side, puts her head down, picks up her dribble. Jasmine Bailey thought about the 3 and she walked instead. Needed to see her thinking too much about that play and she turned it over.
That's about her 3rd travel of the game. I think Jasmine Bailey needs to just take the shot or pass the ball, one of the two. She's thinking way too much.
So Auburn gets the ball back, leading 32-28, 3:15 to go in the first half. Whitney Houston's pass inside to Stovall, who was kind of knocked out. Stovall goes in on Lecce and is fouled going up. She'll go to the line to shoot 2, and Schwagmeyer's a little shaken up down there. Rolled around a bit, she's back up. 19th foul on the Surge with 3:03 to go in the half. That is the 2nd foul on Allen.
St. Louis Surge, and
Wiping down the floor now, right underneath the basket before Tia Stovall goes to the line. Tia tonight has 5 points.
Check out the podcast of tonight's game.
Surge needing her to miss both of these. They get love on the first one.
Cassidy Schumann checking in for the serve. Bianca Beck checking out.
Schumann comes in for Bianca Beck. Second and 2 coming here for Stovall, and she makes that one. 6 points for Stovall here in the first half. The Flyers lead by 5. That's Cassidy Schumann on the dribble. Outside, Bailey puts it up this time and airballs it. Schumann, the aggressive move, but she couldn't save it. It goes back to the Flyers. Bounce pass now over to Carrie Koch. Koch is met by Schumann. Far side, picks up her dribble. Now over to Stovall, guarded by Lecce. Under 3 to play here in the half. Santana Say back to a missing shot by Stovall. Off the board. Here's Morgan Jennings into the lane. Beautiful behind the back move. Passes it outside. Save for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Schwagmeyer. Fight for the ball. Allie comes away with it.
Great job by Allie Schwagmeyer getting that rebound. It was about time.
Schwagmeyer loses it trying to drive into the lane. Taken away by Auburn. Shanika Butler the hustle play, but she couldn't save it.
Shanika Butler trying to make those hustle plays down low, and that's what we love to see. But Allie Schwagmeyer needs to be more in control of the ball. The Surge, I think, are getting a little bit flustered about being down. And I think they need to relax and just play their game.
Gabriella Green coming in now for Jasmine Bailey. And Bianca Beck also coming into the game. This for Allie Schwagmeyer. 2:11 to go here in the first half. It is a 5-point lead for the Flyers. Stovall, a jumper, no good. Off the backboard and missed the rim. Surge with the board with an even 2 now to go in the first half. Schumann, far wing, now finds Beck at the top, now inside to Lecce. Lecce on the block, puts it up, gets it to fall.
Great job by G-Money putting that ball in there. She had to fight for it. They're not really calling any fouls down low for her, so she has to hope to get that bounce every time.
Lecce has 12, and answering is Morgan Jennings. She has 10.
For 2.
Bianca Beck with 90 seconds to go in the half. It's been pretty even throughout. The Flyers now lead by 5. Bianca Beck inside, nearly intercepted. Shanika Butler looking for Lecce. Lecce just gets a hold of it. Now over to Gabriella Green. A long 3-point jumper for Gabriella is missed and rebounded by Stovall. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. And a furious Brittany Dow calling a timeout with 1:12 left. So we got 72 seconds left now in this first half. And Will, if you are the Surge, you're down by 5. What are you looking to do between now and the end of the half?
I'm trying to take the lead. I'm trying to take the lead going into halftime, or at least be down by 1 possession or less than 1 possession. I'm just trying to fight and trying to figure out how do you stop the Auburn Flyers from scoring. I mean, it seems no matter how much they've been trying, the Auburn Flyers are just keeping one shot ahead. And it seems like they're wearing them down. I mean, they had a 9-point deficit before. Right now they're only down by 5. They've been down by 1. So, I mean, it's just going to be who makes that one mistake to take it home.
It appears we're going to have our first Jenna Higgins starting of the game. She went to the scorer's table during the timeout. It seems like the Surge, especially in this first half, always seem to be teetering on the edge. And the concern has to be, you've held Auburn to 35 points in this half thus far, which is remarkable considering that they're usually scoring in the 80s and 90s, if not more. The concern has to be what happens if the Auburn Flyers get hot offensively. How do you answer that if you're the Surge, and do you have an answer?
You have to get just as hot. That's the only way to answer. You have to fight fire with fire. And like I said earlier in the game, it's going to get to a point where the Surge is going to have to go shot for shot.
Inbounds goes into Whitney Houston. See how quick the Flyers are on this possession. Santana Say pass now goes inside to Morgan Jennings from the elbow, and she hits. 7-point lead now for Auburn. 12 for Morgan Jennings. Shanika Butler with it, under 50 to go, and a foul is called. That's going to go on Jenna Higgins. An offensive foul.
I don't see how that was on Jenna Higgins. I would have thought that would have been on Carrie Cope.
Saying Higgins threw a shoulder into Carrie Cope. Quick pass goes inside to Morgan Jennings. Jennings on the far side. 43 seconds to go. Chance to take a 9-point lead, if not more. Whitney Houston guarded very well by Shanika Butler. Houston, a nifty ball dribbling skills, can't get it to fall. Rebound goes to Gabriella Green. Hands it up just before she traveled over to Bianca Beck. Beck at the top. Pass goes to Jenna Higgins. Higgins puts up a long 2-point jumper, no good. Rebounded by Jennings.
Decisions made there. I think a little bit of desperation. I know time is slow, but I mean, take it and, you know, work the clock down and get the last shot.
We'll see Auburn play for the last shot of the half here.
I think they're going to try to go up by 10 before the game's over.
Houston into the lane, throws it up, and a foul is called just before time expires. And Whitney Houston will go to the line to shoot 2 with 0 seconds left on the clock. That goes on Shanika Butler. That's her first.
Shanika Butler, her first. And they're going to put 1 second back on the clock.
So they're going to add 1 second. Oddly enough, the Surge in the entire first half went through it, scored 30, didn't make a single 3-point shot. You have to expect some points, some scoring from that distance from Allie Schwagmeyer and Schumann if they're going to have a chance to win this game. The first free throw is made by Whitney Houston, extends the lead to 8.
And I think they figured that they can keep up, you know, going down low, you know, hoping to get some fouls, hoping to get some buckets with the fouls, getting some and ones, but it really hasn't been falling that way for them. So like you said, in the second half, they're going to have to come out firing. Allie Schwagmeyer, Cassidy Schumann are going to really have to get it together. And I expect to see a lot more from Janisa Butler in the second half.
Houston missed the second one. That ends the first half. The Auburn Flyers actually extend their lead from the first and second quarter by a total of 1 point. We're at the intermission. The Auburn Flyers lead the St. Louis Surge by the score up 38-30. We'll have second half action on the other side right here on the Surge Broadcasting Network, brought to you by CityLink TV.
I'm a regular here at Penn Station East Coast Subs, but that doesn't mean I always have to order their famous signature Philadelphia cheesesteak. Jay! Hey, no, I could just as easily order their fresh grilled chicken sub or Italian or whatever. They're all fantastic and I like to keep my options open.
Another cheesesteak, Jared?
You bet.
Extra onions.
Surprise me.
Penn Station style.
At Sports Authority, we have all the name brands you love, like Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, and the North Face. We carry fitness equipment, camping, bikes, golf, and more. We offer a rewards program, The League, which earns you 5% back. And we'll match prices with our ad price match promise. So why do we do it? Because we love sports just as much as you do. All the best brands, all the best value. Sports Authority, all things sporting goods.
Can't lose. I got secrets, can't leave.
halftime intermission about to wrap up here at the Chuck Smith Court, campus of Humsel. It is the first of two semifinal games for the Women's Blue Chip Basketball League National Tournament here in St. Louis, where right now the Surge are staring at an 8-point deficit against the number 1 seed Auburn Flyers, the 13-0 Auburn Flyers. They trail the Surge do 38-30, and will kind of a game in which the Surge have at times been able to creep back in, kind of get back to close to even, at least to Auburn. But then Auburn goes on that 6-0, 7-0 run, puts a little bit more distance between them. How does the Surge kind of stop that in the second half?
Well, first off, the Auburn is showing why they're the number 1 seed. They're no slouch. They're coming out. They're playing hard. I mean, they're making great decisions with the ball. They're doing everything they need to do to win. The Surge are not playing their best basketball, and that's what's killing them. And we said that would kill them when we were talking about the regular season. They have to make their shots. I think they need to start shooting more from beyond the arc, and then that way they can feed it better down to Big G Money Leslie to let her, work down low. But I mean, the mental mistakes is what's really killing the Surge. They make better passes and just protect the ball, keep possession. They'll win this game.
Jillian Lecce with 12, Jasmine Bailey with 6.
Jasmine Bailey back into the game. Whitney Houston pass over to Stovall. Stovall into the lane, gets the fall, and the Auburn Flyers have their big 3 of the game. It's now 10. See how the Surge answers. Schweckmeyer finding Shanika Butler, now inside of Jaleesa, but it's intercepted over Jaleesa's head. Turn it over. Here comes Auburn. Carrie Koch. Chest pass over to Jennings. Jennings picks up her dribble. Beautiful pass inside to Tia Stovall. And it's now a 12-point lead for Auburn. And another turnover by the Surge. Again by Shanika Butler. Able to kind of elude 2 defenders. Houston for 2. No good. Back to Houston off the offensive board, who throws it away. Oh, and not a good start for the Surge to start the second half. Now down by 12. Melissa Young, recognizing it, immediately calls a timeout. 50 seconds into this half, the Surge is in an 8-point deficit, go to a 12-point deficit. Well, it's just not good right there.
It's not. I mean, the Surge, and it's the thing that we keep saying that they're just not doing. And when they do them well, they have success. They're making bad plays, bad turnovers, and just not communicating well. And you would think that Coach Melissa Young is saying that to them in the huddle over and over and over again to get them to do what they need to do. I don't know if they're just not doing it, or they just think they can do it on their own, or what it is, but they need to fix it.
They're back out now, all 5. Bianca Beck, Shanika Butler, Jaleesa Butler, Allie Schwagmeyer, and Jillian Lecce. So the inbounds goes into Shanika, who's committed 2 turnovers already this half. Schwagmeyer looking for Lecce, instead passes it out to Jaleesa, who puts up a 3 and hits. That's a shot they absolutely needed. The first 3 of the game made by St. Louis.
A great job by Jaleesa Butler putting up the 3, having the opening shot, and actually making it. Need a couple more of those.
Jennings into the lane, good pass out to Stovall, and Stovall has 6 second half points already.
And Stovall has made all 6 of the points that they've had this quarter.
Back to an 11-point game in favor of the Auburn Flyers. Here's Bianca Beck at the top of the key, into the lane. Pass inside to Lecce, she gets it to fall.
Great job by G Money Lecce being patient, let the defender go past, and then putting up the ball.
Houston gets it picked by Simmons, now at the top. A 2-point dribble from the elbow for Stovall is missed, their first miss of the half. Beck with the board. Here comes Bianca looking ahead. Now is doubled in the corner. She's in trouble. She finds Jaleesa Butler for a little bit of help. 15 to shoot. Butler, her second 3 of the half is no good. 2 Flyer teammates collide, and they turn it over. That was Morgan Jennings and Tia Stovall. Either could have had it, and they don't get it at all.
It seems like Coach Melissa Young kind of slowed down the Surge and kind of made them realize, hey, play your game, because they started slowing it down. Everything's starting to work for them.
Gabriella Green comes in for Jillian Lecce, who's pulled aside by Melissa Young. The inbounds goes into Allie Schwagmeyer. Schwagmeyer to her right, goes baseline, puts up a left-handed jumper, partially tipped and it is rebounded by the Flyers. Here comes Auburn. Morgan Jennings to the free throw line, into the lane, doubled, back out. Koch, a three, wide open, no good. Rebound goes to Allen.
And that got lucky. Serge got lucky on that one. That's not somebody you want to leave open.
Schwagmeyer's three is well off the mark. It's rebounded, tipped away by Allie Schwagmeyer. They're going to say it went off the hands of Allie. Morgan Jennings had her pocket picked for a brief moment, but the Flyers get it back. Morgan Jennings up the floor. We're about 3 minutes in to the third quarter. Into the lane, Carissa Simmons gets it to fall. Simmons her first field goal of the game. And the Surge right now back down by 11. 3-point jumper, Shanika, no good. Jaleesa fighting for the rebound, she gets it. She puts up a three, no good. Another fight for the rebound. Schwagmeyer goes right back up and gets it.
And then I think they're missing the 3-pointers right now, but I think they need to get them going. I mean, they really, like you said, they didn't shoot a lot in the first half, so everybody's rusty 3-point wise.
Koch loses it. Butler all by herself, end to end for good. It's a 7-point lead now for the Flyers. And here is number 7, Whitney Houston.
And Whitney Houston has just been detrimental to the Surge this entire game. She's quick, she can shoot, and she can go down low faster than anybody can blink.
9 to shoot now for the Flyers. That's Stovall spinning into the lane and is fouled going up. What a spin move by Tia Stovall.
And Tia Stovall has started to be a force in the beginning of the second half, scoring the first 6 points and now going to the free throw line.
That is the 4th foul on Jaleesa Butler. So already, like in the first game, Jaleesa committed her 4th foul in the 3rd of that one, and Stovall hits the first free throw coming into the game. Jillian Lech and Jasmine Bailey.
Check in for the Surge. Green, Jaleesa Butler, Schwagmeyer, check out.
I'm kind of questioning the decision made by the coach there, taking out 2 of your 3-point shooters.
Second one is made, back to a 9-point game, and a turnover on the inbounds. No, they're going to say it was last touch by Carrie Koch. Shanika Butler brings it up the floor. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Spot up three, no good. The Surge settling for 3-point jumpers throughout the course of this third quarter. Ball goes out of bounds, and we're going to get a foul call. That's going to go on Jasmine Bailey. That will be another call, second for Jasmine.
I like the Surge getting a little bit more physical. I think that really hurt them early in the first half. I like to see them getting up and getting physical. Even though they're getting fouls, I like to see them try to get in the head of the Flyers.
Whitney Houston to her right. Now there's Carrie Koch, beautiful pump fake, goes to the right, puts up the shot, fouled, missed it, but she'll go to the line for 2 after the foul on Janika Butler, the 3rd team foul in the Surge this quarter. No team fouls for Auburn.
And Carrie Koch has been mostly shut down from outside the arc the entire game, which is usually where she loves to be. But she's been making the free throws, so I guess that helps out a lot for the Flyers.
Koch hits the first. She has 7, 4 of those coming off free throws. And she makes the second, and it's back to an 11-point lead for the Auburn Flyers. Here's Bianca Beck bringing it up the floor. 3-point jumper for Jasmine Bailey is no good. Fight for the rebound is going to be won by Auburn. Here come the Flyers. Jennings up the floor, hands it off to Koch, wide open 3, no good. Rebound, Lech and Schwagmeyer kind of co-rebound that one, and now it's taken back by Bianca Beck.
A little bit of chaos there for both teams, not really knowing where the ball was about to go. Bianca Beck resetting it.
Back over to Schwagmeyer, far side, 5 to shoot. Allie's got to hurry up and do something. She gets the pick, puts up a 2-point jumper, no good. And this will go saved by Bianca Beck, but it goes out of bounds nonetheless. It will be Auburn ball. It's been a tough third quarter for the Surge, who now trail by 11. Coming in for Jasmine Bailey is Shanika Butler.
And the Surge really need a power surge right here to get them back in this game. They're getting close to at least 6 points when they get knocked back down to 10 or 11.
So Whitney Houston brings it up the floor. She'll be met by Bianca Beck. Houston fakes right, goes left, gets into the lane, throws it up, no good. Lecce with the rebound. Up ahead to Allie Schwagmeyer. It's Schwagmeyer and Koch. One-on-one. Allie is fouled. And she turned her ankle. She immediately hits the court and grabs her left ankle. And Melissa Young is quickly out there too to check on one of her star shooters.
And she seems to be down.
Foul number 22.
The foul goes on Carrie Koch. Her first. Nothing malicious at all about the foul. It was a good move on her part. Don't give her the easy basket. But immediately it just looked like that Allie Schwagmeyer's foot got underneath her and she turned that ankle. And now you have the owner, Kalia Collier, out there too, asking for assistance as they're bringing out on the far side of the court right now is an emergency assistance. And that's unfortunate. A player of Allie's stature going down like that in this kind of game. And a game in which you're going to look for the outside shot to really help you. That's one of your best shooters.
I mean, with Allie going down, now you got to look to your Jaleesa Butler. I mean, Cassidy Schumann really has to step up now. And it's kind of an insult to injury with, you know, Schwagmeyer going down when you're down 11 points, 4:32 left in the third quarter. The Surge are really going to need to rally around this.
We got medical assistants out on the court right now. They are checking on the health of Allie Schwagmeyer. If you just tuned in, Allie Schwagmeyer going in for a layup up against Carrie Koch. Landed very awkwardly on her left ankle and has been down ever since.
She went down holding it, so I'm guessing it's more than a sprain.
Yeah. Still down, there's a timeout on the floor. The score itself, 4:32 to go in the third quarter. The Auburn Flyers, the #1 seed heading into tournament action, 13-0, defeated Winston-Salem 82-68 on the 10 a.m. game today, leading the St. Louis Surge, the 4 seed, 50-39. Each team undefeated heading into today's action, as Allie Schwagmeyer still down on the floor. And there's a great deal of silence throughout this arena right now.
Everyone hoping that Allie Schwagmeyer is okay. Paramedics are down there looking at her ankle. Don't know if it's twisted and they got to put it back or whatnot. We really can't get a good view from here.
She's going to be helped up by a series of people. The paramedics are down there. Kalia Collier, the owner of the Surge, is down there, as is head coach Melissa Young. The Surge will take their seats on the bench. The Flyers are currently huddled up, and their attention is also down on Allie Schwagmeyer. They're looking down at that huddle, and they'll take a seat as well.
So they took a seat and then they stood right back up.
We'll see if we can get an update on Allie Schwagmeyer at some point. They bring out the tape. They're going to tape up that ankle, which at least would indicate maybe it's not broken and it's probably just a sprain, but certainly nothing to mess around with on an ankle sprain for anyone who's had one. They are not fun to deal with, and they can keep you out for a while. Still being surrounded down on the far end of the court is Allie. Wrapping up her ankle right now, as it seems, are the paramedics.
Coach and general owner are down there, both down there. Great to see the general owner, Kalia Kalia, being down there for her players. I think Allie's mom and her sister are walking over to her to see if she's okay.
And so I'm entering the frame right about now. Right now they're taking off some of the other items that was on one of the wheel beds. Certainly Schwagmeyer able to get off on her own power right now. That was a pretty nasty ankle injury she just sustained here in this game. So once this is done, we will have 2 free throws for whoever the Surge deem appropriate to take, and we'll get to Melissa Young to decide who is that. They are down as Schwagmeyer is helped up. She's currently seated right now on one, albeit with assistance on her right foot. The left foot right now is currently suspended.
The injured player is actually Allie Schwagmeyer.
And she is going to be locked into that bed with that left leg and the foot especially suspended.
Suspended, looks splinted already.
That is a tough injury to sustain. So we'll see how the Surge respond to this. They're going to need some help from some of their other players as they now go out to see their teammate Allie, who is telling everyone that she is okay. So a nice round of applause from the crowd here to reset for you who are just tuning in. That is Schwagmeyer about to be carted off the court, injuring her ankle. The score is 50-39 in favor of the Auburn Flyers. 4:32 remaining in third quarter action. The winner of this game will play tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. in the Women's Blue Chip Basketball League Championship game. Second semifinal game takes place immediately after this, and a good move of sportsmanship by Auburn, offering their well wishes of her health as she is carted off the field by a pair of paramedics. And we'll see 2 free throws forthcoming for the Surge after this timeout. We're going to try to bring it back down to a single-digit game, and now Wells, we kind of reset ourselves here. This is a tough moment for Melissa Young and really for the Surge as a whole. Down by 11, 4:32 left in the third. And now you've kind of had to deal with this, an injury to a teammate. Not only that, but to a player who starts for you on a regular basis and is one of your best outside shooters. How do you try to quickly move past this? The last thing you want to do is dwell on it and find yourself in a bigger hole.
Well, I think you're going to need to rally around the fact that she's not there and try to win it for her, one of those kind of things. And, you know, someone's going to...
They're going to say the foul was on the floor. So instead, it's going to be an inbounds play for the Surge. And it's tipped out of bounds. It will be another inbounds for him. 4:32 left, a full shot clock. I could have sworn that ball was up when she was fouled. Instead, they'll get an inbounds. Here's Schumann. She puts up a three immediately and misses it well short. The Auburn Flyers quickly move up ahead. Whitney Houston. Far side with it. Between the legs, dribble up top now to Morgan Jennings. Jennings, good defense by Cassidy Schumann with 10 to shoot now. Jennings bounce pass to a beautiful cutting move. The shot was missing the side of the board by Carrie Koch. Taking a tumble and now holding her ankle is Shanika Butler. She's a little shaken up. The layup is made. It's a 13-point lead. Schumann for three. No good. Rebound goes to Morgan Jennings, and Shanika Butler still has not moved much. She's taking her own tumble.
She's kind of moving slow, kind of got a little grimace on her face, but it looks like she's going to play through it.
She is favoring. I think that was her right foot that got cut underneath her. Whitney Houston. Now over to Tia Stovall. She put up a two-point jumper. No good. And four Surge players stood around and didn't go for the rebound. And Stovall gets the putback.
And it seemed like the Surge are just, now it seems like with Ali Schwagmeyer going down, it seems like they're just even more dejected. It's like they need to come up and try to make a big play.
It's a 15-point lead for Auburn. Spinning into the lane, putting it up and missing it. For the Surge with number 22, Jasmine Bailey. Here come the Flyers up ahead. Koch near wing. Thought about the three, will not shoot it. That is Whitney Houston with it now at the top. Houston to her right. Under 3 to go in the third quarter, and we're going to get a foul called on St. Louis. That goes on Jillian Letch.
Checking in for the Surge, Jaleesa Butler.
So Butler's going to come in. She'll come in for Shanika Butler, who is jogging fine off the court, it seems like, but she'll still take a much-needed rest. The ball is tipped out of bounds by Bianca Beck. The inbounds at least. There will be another inbounds for the Flyers, just a different spot.
Great job by Bianca Beck, rushing to the play, hustling. The Surge need to reset and get back to what they were doing before Ali Schwagmeyer got hurt.
Koch for three, good.
And that's not going to help their cause.
Second three of the game for Koch, the biggest lead of the game for the Flyers. It's 18. Beck loses it going in and a foul. And right now the Auburn Flyers are winning all the hustle points at this point of the game. That's the 15th foul, the second on Letch. Three-point jumper, Jennings hits.
And the Flyers are just flying high right now, putting everything they go up is going in.
A 21-point lead for the Flyers. Beck inside now to Jasmine Bailey, who gets it to fall.
Jasmine Bailey.
It was an 11-point deficit the Surge were facing at the time of the injury to Ali Schwagmeyer. It's now 19 with 2:21 to go in the third quarter, and just you have to imagine, I guess, that the Schwagmeyer injury shook up the Surge a little bit, and the Flyers, to their credit, took full advantage.
And they took advantage of it, putting 8 points up as fast as can be. I mean, if you're the Surge, you really have to rally. You have to buckle down on defense and get some steals and make some hustle plays if you even want a shot at winning this game. Now, there's a lot of game left to play. You still have 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in this game, in this quarter. Then you have a whole fourth quarter to, show some heart. But right now, it's all Auburn Flyers.
For the Surge, 2:21 left. If you're gonna have a chance to win this game, come back in the fourth. Really, it's got to start now in the final 2:21. You got to win the next 2 minutes if you're gonna find a way to get back into this game in the fourth quarter. The inbounds will go into Whitney Houston. Now back over to Carrie Koch, who has 2 threes in the game. Koch on the dribble is guarded by Shanika Butler. Now give and go to Koch. She loses it going up. That will go on Jaleesa Butler, and that'll be her 5th.
And that's rough. I mean, that didn't look like a foul to me. It looked like they had all ball, but the ref called it.
So 5 fouls on Jaleesa. That sends Carrie Koch, an excellent free throw shooter, to the line, and on cue she misses the first one.
Things are not looking good for the Surge right now.
Gabriella Green now comes in for Jaleesa. Second and 2 coming is good. (61-41), a 20-point lead for the Flyers. Shanika Butler, 3-point jumper now for Jasmine Bailey. Air ball, Green, out of bounds. There are a lot of dejected faces now on that Surge bench. This has just been a sudden change of course here in this third quarter. Morgan Jennings up the floor, far side with it, 1:50 to go in the third. Jennings directing traffic to her right off Schumann, pass inside. There's going to be a foul call. It's going to go on the Surge.
And the Surge now they're just getting fouls, and everything seems to be going the wrong way, especially after Alex Schwagemeyer got injured. I mean, they're down by 20. They're going to really need to rally in this fourth quarter.
That puts the Flyers in the bonus. That is the second foul on Cassidy Schumann, who in 2 fouls has yet to register a point in this game. The front end of the 1-and-1 is made by Morgan Jennings, her first made free throw of tonight contest. Second and 2 upcoming for Morgan. It's good. Pass goes into Bianca Beck on the far side. Beck will bring it up the floor with 1:40 to go. The Surge, their biggest deficit of the game, it's 22. Beck up top now to Schumann. Schumann hands it off to Jasmine Bailey. Bailey into the lane, puts up a shot, gets the fall.
Jasmine Bailey's been the last 4 points for the Surge, but they've been so far apart. And in between all the scoring by the Auburn Flyers, you really can't tell.
It's now a 20-point game. Whitney Houston. Far side over to Carrie Koch. Koch, a beautiful pass inside to Tia Stovall, who gets it to fall. Stovall has had a very productive third quarter. Bianca Beck to her left. Passes it out now to Shanika Butler. Butler, ankle feeling fine. Up top over to Jasmine Bailey. Kind of splitting it through defenders. Loses it out of bounds. Off of the Flyers. Surge ball, 9 to shoot, 50.5 to go in the quarter.
And it seems like Jasmine Bailey's trying to take over the game and actually do something, while the rest of her team seems still kind of upset and kind of taken aback by all the things that have been happening in the last 5 minutes.
It's a 22-point deficit, and it will stay that way. A block shot, getting it back. Butler is fouled, going back up. She'll go to the line for 2. Butler at the line to shoot 2. She hits the first.
And you got to think the big question here is, can the Surge come back?
Hits them both. The Shanika is a 20-point deficit for the Surge. Into the lane is Morgan Jennings. She dishes it back out to Cook. Jennings, far wing, bounce pass inside, getting fouled and missing the shot is Tia Stovall, who has just been a thorn in the side of the Surge, especially in this third quarter. Stovall for the game.
In the first half, it was Whitney Houston. In the second half, so far it's been Stovall. She's been making those short twos and been going to the free throw line a lot in this second half.
That is 17 points for Stovall. She's aiming for 18, and she hits the front of the iron and missed it. 32 seconds to go in the third. It's the second. 18 for Stovall. Leading scorer, actually leading all scorers, is Stovall. Shanika Butler into the lane, spinning, putting it up midair, missed it. Rebound goes to Parisha Simmons. 17 seconds to go. Flyers can play for the last shot if they wish. Pass is tipped, taken away by Gabriella Green. Green quickly up ahead to Butler. 9 to go in the quarter. Butler, 6 to go. 3-point jumper is no good, missed by Bailey. We got a foul on the rebound, 1.9 to play. We'll see who it's against. I believe that'll go on Parisha Simmons. that'll be her fourth. Bounce pass inside, beautifully orchestrated play. The clock never started, but they're going to count it anyways. The clock did not start. Jasmine Bailey got it to fall.
Great job by Jasmine Bailey, trying to show some life in that second half of that third quarter. Hopefully the Surge can, re-up and come back from this 47-66 deficit and try to come away with the win here.
We're at third three. The Surge has some work to do. Down 19. Fourth quarter action on the other side.
At Sports Authority, we have all the name brands you love, like Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, and the North Face. We carry fitness equipment, camping, bikes, golf, and more. We offer a rewards program, The League, which earns you 5% back. And we'll match prices with our ad price match promise. So why do we do it? Because we love sports just as much as you do. All the best brands, all the best value. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
Fourth quarter action just about to begin here. The Surge in very unfamiliar territory here, especially at home, trailing the number one seeded and undefeated Auburn Flyers by the score of 66-47. As I bring Will Whitehead back into the action. Will, just a pretty tall mountain left to climb for the Surge. What do they need to do if they're going to do it?
They need to come together as a team. I think they need to rally around the fact that Allie Schwagmeyer's not there. They need to understand the situation that they're in and play their best basketball. They need to play scrappy. They need to play hard. And they need to put the ball in the basket. And they need to stop the Flyers and do everything right this last quarter if they want to win this game.
So Bianca Beck will try to start things off right. Driving into the lane, puts up a 10-foot jumper and missing it. Rebound. Fight. No jump ball is called. Taken away by Morgan Jennings. Jennings, a beautiful pass up ahead, getting it in the foul is Whitney Houston. Everything going right for the Flyers here. They lead it now by 21.
As Houston makes the basket and goes to the line.
Trying to make it a 22-point game right now are the Auburn Flyers. Would be their biggest lead of the game. Up and good. So Bianca Beck brings it up the floor. 69-47 is your score. 9:35 to go in regulation. Beck's pass goes over to Shanika Butler. Puts up a three. No good. Fight for the rebound. Taken in by the Surge. Beautiful pass inside to Green. She misses the shot, but is fouled.
The shots for the Surge are just not going in. I mean, they're getting good looks, but nothing's falling for them.
And Gabby Green to the line.
So Gabriella Green to the line to shoot a pair. Trying to make it a 20-point deficit. 9:26 to go in regulation. That is the second foul on Tia Stovall. Just the fourth team foul on the Flyers. Green misses the first one. What has been a major... Second one is up and no good. A major positive for the Surge all year long has been an issue in this game. Bench depth has really not done a whole lot for the Surge. Tonight, you've seen we have a foul inside. Stovall will go to the line. Gabriella Green, Cassidy Schumann, and Jenna Higgins all have been held scoreless in this game.
And you can just see the frustration by the Surge. Every time there's a foul, every time something goes wrong, they're just down on themselves now. And with 9:17 left and the Flyers just hitting their stride, you got to figure out what's going on with your team.
Surge had 10 bench points in this game, all of them coming from Jasmine Bailey. 70-47. Flyers well out in front. And she missed the second one. Rebound goes straight to Lecce. Lecce pass over to Bianca Beck, and Bianca Beck will bring it up the floor for the Surge. Just a shade over 9 minutes to go in regulation. Beck's pass goes to Jaleesa Butler inside to Lecce off the glass. No good. Rebound goes over to Carrie Koch. Koch, no look pass to Samantha Say, and she gets the fall. What a game for Samantha Say. Here's a jumper, no good. Lecce the rebound off the miss by Shanika Butler, and they're going to say Lecce travel.
It's just looking dark and dim right now for the Surge. Things are not going too well.
72-47. The Flyers all over the Surge, up by 25. Bringing it up the floor is Whitney Houston. Houston, pass over to Carrie Koch. Koch puts up a 15-foot jumper and hits it. My goodness. Carrie Koch, a dangerous shooter.
And it seems like the Flyers are being they're taking no mercy and no prisoners as they continue to just run up the score.
Butler led too far, turned it over. And now here come the Flyers again. Here's Whitney Houston. She will reset. The Flyers now just kind of running through the motions at this point in the fourth, up 74-47. Pass intercepted, taken away. Good hustle by Jasmine Bailey. Jasmine up the floor, into the lane, and foul going up. She'll go to the line.
Jasmine Bailey's the only one who seems to try to do some life, give the Surge some life here in these waning last 7 minutes. It's rough. I'm kind of tongue-tied here just thinking about how not like the Surge are playing.
So Jasmine Bailey to the line. She scored 10.
Yeah.
First shot up and good.
And you can see why the Auburn Flyers are the #1 seed.
2nd and 2 is no good. The rebound goes into Auburn. This is a very high-flying team. Whitney Houston up the floor, driving into the lane, left-hand lane, no good. Rebound to Jasmine Bailey. Here comes the Surge. Shanika Butler going baseline, takes a tumble, keeps her balance, over to Lecce, and she gets the fall.
And maybe the reason for the cohesion of the Auburn Flyers is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them all played at Auburn University. And all of them have played at really big colleges, either UTEP, Missouri State, Middle Tennessee, Florida State. They're high-flying prospects.
3-point jumper, Koch, no good. Jaleesa Butler gets the board. We're under 7 to go in regulation. 3-point jumper, Shanika is good. Rare 3-point shot made by the Surge. Only second made 3 of the game. They trail by 21. 6:45 to go in regulation. I guess if you gotta start making these shots, if you're gonna try to get back into it late.
You gotta start making those threes. Those threes have to happen, but you also have to stop the Flyers. And Coach Brittany Dow does not even look happy with a 74-53 lead, meaning that the Flyers are trying to just decimate and hurt the Surge.
Well, crazier things have happened in basketball than a 21-point comeback, so certainly Brittany Dow has watched her fair share of games and knows that if a team gets hot or a team just suddenly gets cold, fortunes can change very quickly. So she's reminding her players of that right now. Surge back on the floor. Bianca back, Shanika Butler. Jillian Lecce, Jasmine Bailey, and Jaleesa Butler. On the floor, Carrie Koch. The inbounds goes to Morgan Jennings. Near side with it is Santana Say. Here's Morgan Jennings to her right, 6.5 to go in regulation. They got 8 to shoot. They got to hurry. Here's Santana Say, she loses it. Santana Say loses it, turned it over. Jasmine Bailey, the easy layup. It's a 19-point game.
Great job by Jasmine Bailey. She's been playing hard this whole second half, causing turnovers and getting points. Hopefully her team can jump on the wagon with her and go along.
Bailey has with a 19-point deficit now. Pass intercepted by Lecce. Quickly up ahead to Bailey again. It's 22 versus 22, and Bailey wins.
And the Surge are trying to come back, making it 57-74, trying to get back in this game.
And the crowd starting to get back into it a little bit more. It's now a 17.
And Brittany Dow is not happy at all.
She has to be furious. She's kind of holding a little bit of dismay. We'll see what her mood is like in that huddle right now. She is really letting her players have it. My goodness. Furious at her team. The Surge are quickly back out on the floor. Bit of a run put on by St. Louis, now trailing 74-57, 5:49 left. You got to put the pressure on somehow to Auburn, and for the last 2 minutes they've done so.
At the rate that they're going, it seems like they're trying to come back for the win, or at least take it to overtime. Anything's possible in the game of basketball.
So Flyers on the inbounds will be taken by Carrie Koch. Koch's inbounds goes into Santana Say. Say's bounce pass to Morgan Jennings. The Surge put on a temporary press. That was Bianca Beck following Jennings the whole way up the floor. Jennings kind of hands it off to Carrie Koch. Koch back to Jennings. 5 to shoot. Jennings has to hurry. Puts up a desperation 3. No good. Rebound. Goes for the Surge off the save. Jaleesa Butler up ahead to Jasmine Bailey. Nice pass to Lecce. And they're going to say it was last touched by Jillian Lecce.
Should have been a foul call, but it went off the leg of Jillian Lecce, and I think that's the only thing the official saw. Giving the ball back to the Flyers.
Carrie Koch. Pass goes to Whitney Houston on the inbounds. Houston brings it up the floor. The Surge have one final run in them on their season. With 11 to shoot, that is Carrie Koch. Back over to Whitney Houston. Koch hit the deck. 5 to shoot. Houston's got to hurry. Pass inside to Simmons. Underneath the hoop. Got it, and the foul. What a shot by Parisha Simmons. So Jaleesa Butler has fouled out. That is her 6th foul. She fouls out with 7 points. Tough ending for Jaleesa in this game. The free throw is missed. It's rebounded by Gabriella Green. 19-point lead. Surge got to hurry. Shanika Butler in a whole world of mess, and she double dribbled.
Even with the little players they had, it seems like their lead just might be too far out of their reach. With Jaleesa Butler being out, Ali Schwagmeyer being out, there's a lot of pieces missing to this puzzle.
2 potent scorers now on the bench, absolutely, out of this game. That's Carrie Koch with it on the far side, going to her left from the free throw line. Beautiful bounce pass inside to Tia Stovall, who has had a remarkable game. Bianca Beck. Shanika Butler thought about the 3. It's not open. Back inside to Lecce. Lecce posting up, putting it off the glass. No good. Gets her own rebound. Gets it tipped away. Shanika Butler gets it back though. And even 4 to play. Butler's 3 is off the front of the iron. Beck gets the rebound inside to Lecce. Posting up. Left-handed dribble. Right-handed shot. Missed it. Gabriella Green's rebound. Lecce from 15. No good. Still a fight for the rebound is won by the Flyers. Carrie Koch up the floor. 3:40 to go in regulation. That's how far the Auburn Flyers are away from entering the championship game tomorrow afternoon, which will be carried here on City Link TV. Driving into the lanes, Whitney Houston, she walks. Substitution coming in, Cassidy Schumann coming in for Jillian Lecce. Inbound pass goes into Shanika Butler. Schumann bounce pass to Gabriella Green. Puts up a right-handed shot and it's good. Green's first basket of the game. Nice move by Carrie Koch, eluding Bianca Beck. Koch. Pass over to Whitney Houston. Houston loses it out of bounds. Last touch by the Surge. It will be Auburn ball. 3:01 to go in regulation.
The Surge not happy with the refs. And even though their defense has stepped up, their offense has still been stale, and it's 59-78.
Yeah, timeout being called here by the St. Louis Surge. 3:01 to go in regulation. The Surge trail by 19. What is increasingly looking like a tough ending to what has been an excellent season for the Surge. You got Jaleesa Butler out of this game. You also have Ellie Swagmeyer injured. They don't have too many pieces out there who can score in bunches, but they need to find someone who can in the next few minutes.
Yeah, and they just seem dejected. They're trying to get back into it. When they look up at the scoreboard, I mean, it tells what the game's been like, 59-78. The Flyers have had the number since they walked into the building. I mean, the Flyers just seem to be just that good.
That is what it seems like. Flyers did come in here in this tournament as the #1 overall seed, something they absolutely earned with an undefeated 13-0 season. Carrie Koch's inbounds goes into Whitney Houston. Houston brings it up the floor, under 3 to go now in regulation. Houston, passed over to Carrie Koch. Out here is Parisha Simmons. Beautiful pass, but a missed shot by Tia Stovall. Ball on the floor, and Beck comes away with it. 2:40 to go, and Beck is a little hobbled. Driving into the lane, Jasmine Bailey gets it to fall.
Jasmine Bailey goes to the line.
Free throw is up and good. Bailey cuts it down to a 16-point deficit, 2:35 to go. And the pass is intercepted by Jasmine Bailey. Bailey brings it up the floor, lays it up and in. It's a 14-point game, 2:17 to go.
And the Surge are coming back.
So here's Carrie Koch, far side, 2:09 to go. Koch into the lane, and we got a jump ball. It will be Koch and Schumann who will take it.
And great job by Cassidy Schumann, who's been sitting on the bench most of the fourth quarter. It looked like she needed to be in.
It will be Cassidy Schumann and Carrie Koch. Koch 5'8", Schumann 5'10". Schumann has a size advantage and it's taken away by Gabriella Green. Green and Shanika Butler. An even 2 to play. Schumann wide open underneath, can't get it to fall. We're going to get another jump ball underneath the hoop. Another size advantage upcoming for the Surge. It will be Morgan Jennings 5'8", and Gabriella Green measures in, at least on this guy, at 6'1".
And Cassidy Schumann has to make that play.
14-point deficit facing the Surge right now, 78-64, and the tip is won. Parisha Simmons comes away, nearly turns it over, ball on the floor, taken away by Carrie Koch. Koch up ahead. Pass over to Morgan Jennings. 140 and counting. Jennings, near wing, to her right, into the lane. She's fouled going up.
1:31 left in the game. Seems like the story's closing on the St. Louis Surge. And I mean, it's not because they're just playing bad basketball. The Flyers are actually that good of a team.
And the Flyers absolutely showing a lot of offensive might. I mean, credit has to be given to the Surge at least. They've had their runs in this fourth quarter, opportunities to come back. Unfortunately, it appears with very limited time left, the time is simply not on their side. By the way, that was the third foul on Bianca Beck. Morgan Jennings' first free throw is good.
Seems like the Surge kind of underestimated the Flyers coming in, and they're paying for it right now.
15-point lead is going to stay a 15-point lead. Cassidy Schumann the rebound, quickly up ahead now to Bianca Beck. Beck runs the floor, top of the key. They got to put up a shot very quickly if they're going to even have any chance here. Bailey into the lane. Schumann to her left, blocked on the three-point attempt. Here's Bianca Beck with it. Over to, and we're going to get a blocking foul. Three-point jumper does not count. The whistle will go on Jasmine Bailey, actually.
And that ref is going to get just shunned out of this building.
Maybe it was a moving screen or a illegal screen put on by Jasmine Bailey. 70 seconds remaining in this game in what would seem to be the Surge season as well. Falling just short here in this semi-final matchup against a very talented Auburn Flyer team.
Literally 8:30 game tomorrow at 2 o'clock, right here in the campus of the University of Missouri Synchros in the Mark Twain Center for the WBCBL National Championship. The folks come on out to follow the Warrior team.
Got a timeout on the floor. 15-point deficit facing the Surge. Now you just gotta maybe hope for some quick shots, some quick makes, some quick turnovers. They're going to find a way to try to come back, but things are looking slim right now for St. Louis.
We need a lot of threes in a short amount of time.
Over the inbounds right in front of the Surge bench. It goes in to Parisha Simmons. Simmons almost loses it, and she did. Turn it over, Surge ball.
The Surge want any chance of coming back, they have to make about 5 or 6 threes in a row.
And they got to hurry up on these.
And it's not very good odds.
Bianca Beck inbound. She's got to get it in quickly. 5 seconds is rapidly approaching. She does. Over to Jasmine Bailey. Bailey into the lane, puts it up, got it in the foul. Jasmine Bailey, to her credit, has come in off the bench after a rough first game in which she seemingly was benched and has contributed 22 points to the Surge effort.
And Jasmine Bailey has been the fire that's keeping the Surge alive at least a little bit in this game.
Free throw is missed. Fighting for the rebound, out of bounds, off the Flyers. Surge ball, 59.7 seconds to go. By the way, that foul went on Parisha Simmons. That is foul number 5 for her. Bianca Beck's inbounds goes into Cassidy Schumann. Schumann's got to hurry. Instead, swings it over to Bailey for 3. Good.
Jasmine Bailey knocking it down to 10 with 53 seconds left.
25 points for Jasmine Bailey, who didn't enter this game until the second quarter. She has had a heck of a performance. And Will, you mentioned you need turnovers a lot. You need a lot of open shots. You need to make them. And thus far, the Surge have had them.
I mean, they're starting to do what they need to do, but is 53.5 seconds enough to come back from a 10-point deficit?
It will be Auburn Flyers ball. Still up by 10. 53 and a half seconds remaining in regulation. There's still yet another game that follows this one. The inbounds pass goes into Whitney Houston. Houston doubled on the press. She finds Morgan Jennings. Under 50 seconds to go now in regulation. Here's Whitney Houston far side. Double bonus now are the Auburn Flyers. And the Surge opting not to foul. Jennings from the free throw line. Turns it over. Goes off the fingertips of Parisha Simmons.
32 seconds left. It took a considerable amount of time off the clock. What can the Surge do?
Driving into the lane, putting up a three. Shanika Butler, no good. Bianca Beck gets the rebound. She's got to hurry up and try to do something. Nearly walks, puts up a floater. No good. Rebound goes to Gabriella Green. 17 seconds. Beck's three. No good. Rebounded by the Flyers. That's Morgan Jennings, who is subsequently fouled with 12 and a half seconds to go.
And it's safe and sad to say this game is over and it ends the Surge season. But I guess if you want to lose, you want to go out to the best team in the league.
That is absolutely the case.
The medal was tested today, and they were somewhat found wanting.
The Louisiana Bayou Angels and the Flint Lady Monarchs are ready to hit the floor and playing the second semifinal game. The winner of that game will face the Auburn Flyers tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m. on this very court. CityLink TV will provide coverage of that game. The free throw is up and good, extending the Flyers lead to 80-69. Second one is good as well. Timeout goes to Melissa Young. It's certainly a conversation you weren't hoping to have, especially tonight, Will. But for the Surge, ending short of their goal, obviously the goal being winning the championship, but still as a whole, a very successful season for St. Louis despite the disappointing ending.
I mean, hosting the WBCBL tournament, I mean, making it to the semifinals, I mean, you're playing the best team. I mean, you really can't ask for really more but winning the championship this season. When they went undefeated during the regular season, but you got to think the next season when they schedule their games, they might want to schedule a couple away games. They might want to schedule, some tougher competition to get them ready for the national tournament. And I think that's, a lot. I think as a young organization, you have to learn. And I mean, the Flyers coming in with just so much talent and to being such a powerhouse, and that's all taking all that talent from Auburn and putting it on one team. It's kind of slighted.
Three-point jumper for Bailey off the back of the hour. The clock has not yet started. Now it finally has. Rebounded by the Flyers, who just kick it up ahead. That is Whitney Houston with it. She will take it back. She will run out the clock. And the Auburn Flyers have advanced to the championship game of the Women's Blue Chip Basketball League National Tournament. They have ended the Surge season here on this Saturday evening on the Surge court. A difficult ending to a very successful season of the Surge. Right now you're watching Leah Collier kind of reassure her team of the good season. Still a bitter ending to a good year.
A very bitter ending for a great year. Losing to, it's kind of was a grudge match, kind of a little rivalry action. And then, you hate to lose these games, but someone had to lose, someone had to get a loss on the season, and today it just turned out to be the Surge.
Once again, to remind everyone, tomorrow's championship game tomorrow at 2 p.m. We look forward to tomorrow's game. We look forward also to future Surge seasons. Doesn't end here. They'll reload and try to take that championship goal into a following season. I want to thank Will Whitehead for being with us here tonight.
Have a good night. Thank you for having me.
We'll bring it into the action tomorrow. Remember, 2 p.m. Central Time, the Auburn Flyers against either the Flint Lady Monarchs and the Louisiana Bayou Angels. I'm Brian Hoffman for Will Whitehead. Thanks for listening here on the Surge Broadcasting Network.